Hi everyone, my name's Harriet and I'm about to begin my weight loss surgery journey. This is the first time I've ever done a video, so I am completely out of my depths. I basically wanted to do this video because I've struggled personally finding videos that can relate to the journey that I'm about to begin. So I'm hoping that this is going to help somebody else down the line that are considering having a full bypass surgery. It's not something I've considered lightly. I've always, from as far as being in primary school, can remember I've struggled with my weight. I remember when I was a dancer and people used to refer back to me as, she's really good, the chubby one. And I was probably, maybe 10, 11 then. I remember in secondary school, people would, like, my parents would say, it's just puppy weight, you'll lose it. And I never did. I remember getting on the scales in year 7 in PE. And I weighed in at 12.5 stone then. And I remember all the girls asking everybody what they weighed. And all I wanted to do was for that ground to open up and just swallow me whole. I've done diets, I've done shakes. For example, I've done Slimming World, I've done Cambridge, I've done keto, which was amazing. But it's always an up and down road for me. I lost 4 stone with Slimming World and I felt great. I looked a lot better, but somehow I always manage to put the weight back on. And when I put the weight back on, I put more weight on than what I was before. Currently I am 17 stone 11 pounds, which I'm mortified at. I am so ashamed that I have allowed myself to get this big. But I am an emotional eater. I eat if I'm happy, I eat if I'm sad. Every emotion, my food is my comfort, and that's what I go to. My reasons behind me doing this are for myself. I have a little boy and I have a husband to be next year, but I'm doing it for me. Because I've got to put me first now, and this has taken a long time and it's been a battle with, shall I do it, shall I not do it? But it's got to the stage now where no, I need to do this for my own health and to benefit my child in the future. I don't want children to start saying, your mum's the fat mum. You know, I had that all through my school life with people relating that to me, and I don't want that then to be related onto my child. So tomorrow I start my liver reduction diet. I will be doing 3 shakes a day and 1 low calorie meal. I'm allowed up to 1,200 calories per day. I was advised to do it for 7 days because of my weight, but I'm actually doing it for 10 days just for my own sanity, because I would hate for me to get there and for them to say, unfortunately, your liver's not reduced enough. You know, I would absolutely break down, and I know I would. So a little bit about where I'm actually going. So I am going to Turkey. I will discuss this in a moment, but this has been something that I haven't just decided overnight. I was always going to be going to the UK to be having my gastric bypass. But with money and life, it's a lot of money to just waste on myself. Not to waste, but you know, to use just for me, when it could take me on a lovely family holiday. You know, we could buy ourselves some new clothes, etc. So I did go to a clinic in Birmingham, and I was told that for a full gastric bypass I was looking at £10,000. I went home and I discussed it with my partner and with my family, and they knew that this was something I've always said. I always said if somebody could give me a magic pill that I would grow an extra arm, I would do it, because of that is how much I want to feel good and healthy now. Then I got talking to a family friend, and I was telling her about how much it was and that it was going to take me a lot longer to actually save this money. And she actually said to me, have I ever thought about Turkey? And I was like, oh, abroad, you know, are they legit? Do they know what they're doing? I'm not sure. And she actually recommended me to speak to somebody that she knew that had gone out. And she said, speak to her. She said, she's been there, she's done it. She's roughly the same age as you. She's roughly the same build as you. What's the harm in talking? So we got speaking over Facebook, and I just said to her, can I ask you a load of questions? So I asked her, obviously the first thing was, were they legit? And the answer was yes. She said that she'd actually had surgery done here in the UK, and her aftercare was actually 100 times better in Turkey than what it was in the UK. So that was a big thumbs up for me. Straight away I thought, right, okay. Then I wanted to know price. So I'm paying for a full gastric bypass, £3,200. Now you can imagine that is a hell of a lot cheaper than £10,000. The only thing is that I've got my tickets, my medical insurance on top, and my medication. So I asked more questions. She added me to a group that is on Facebook, and it's under the hospital. So I started asking lots of questions on there. I was asking all different things, from prices to how far is it from the hospital? Can I take a family member with me? Or do they stay in a hotel nearby? To my response with that saying, I can take somebody with me free of charge that will stay at the hospital the whole time I'm there, and will be given free meals per day. So I thought, great, bonus. I know I can take somebody with me. I'm not actually just going on my own, even though in my head and in my heart I was going to go on my own. So the hospital that I'm going to is called Ahmet. It's in Istanbul. The people, the coordinators that I have spoken to have been amazing. They've put me onto WhatsApp, and any questions, straight away within a day, they answer. I've asked so many different things too. I need to know what the stages are. So obviously from Monday, I will be starting my liver reduction diet. I will be doing that for 2 weeks, and then I fly out on the 30th of July. I will go straight in to having tests, blood tests, ultrasounds, you name it, they do it. They are so thorough. To then on the night time, obviously I'll have a cannula put into my hand. Then I chill, I relax. Then I won't obviously be given, I'll have a drink, and then it's nil by mouth then after that time. Then depending on who goes down first, I will go down then for surgery. And once that is done, I will be obviously, my surgery is for an hour and a half. Then I'll get brought back up to the room, and obviously depending on how I feel, they say that you need to start moving. You need to start releasing that gas pain, because from what I've read and what I've researched, the gas pain is apparently horrific. Now, I would like to say that I've got quite a strong threshold of pain, but who knows when we're in this completely different environment, completely different pain. I've never experienced this before. We don't know how we're going to feel. So Once that's all done, the nurse gets you up, she gets you walking, they reassure you constantly, and then for 3 weeks then I will be on liquids. So I can have sugar-free juice, water, protein shakes, protein yogurt, as long as it's all watered down. I can have soups, but as long as there's no bits in. Then after those 3 weeks, I will then go on to a puree stage, which I'm still a little bit, if I'm honest with you, I'm a little bit, I don't really know what I'm meant to be eating at this stage. But I've been told that once I get to Armit and I have my operation, I then see a dietitian. And the dietitian gives me a book, and it has everything that I can eat from in my liquid stage to my puree stage to then my solid foods. And I know that I've only got a post on this Facebook group, and I know that everybody will be there to say, this is what I had, this is what I done, this is what I ate. So yeah, so that's just a little bit about what is going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. I will upload some photos of what I look like from head to toe. Ideally, I would love to lose 7.5 stone. I would love to be able to go into a shop and pick up a size 12, and for that size 12 to fit me, and for me to not worry about how I'm going to look. Is it going to be too tight? Will it fit me? I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin, and I can't remember the last time I felt like that, and that's sad. Actually, yeah, I could get quite upset actually saying that, because we can all take good pictures, you know, we get that. For me, it's all about getting the angle. The girls, or the majority of my friends, are all thin and all perfect in my eyes, and I say to them, get the angle, because that's my confidence then. If they have an angle like this camera angle, to me, I look horrific. I feel the camera and I don't feel great. Whereas if I was to lift the camera and have the camera up high, I've got the better angle. But obviously this is all about being honest and me expressing how I feel. I am going to show you and go on the journey, and so tomorrow I start my liver reduction diet. I'm doing the shake the weight. I will show you tomorrow what my shakes are and what my evening meal will be, and then I will weigh myself after those 10 days. Now, with the liver reduction diet, it isn't actually about losing weight, because I was panicking thinking, oh gosh, have I got to lose a stone before I go? Have I got to do this before I go? But no, it's not about that at all. It's just about shrinking your liver so that when they do the keyhole surgery, it's out of the way. So I'll be doing that. So I will show you, and then on my last day, I will show you my weighing results just to see how I have done. And then on the day that I fly, I will probably do a short video of me at Birmingham Airport. I am going with my friend, which is amazing. She has been a very good friend to me since school, primary school. So we have been friends for a very long time, and we are sharing this journey together. So if she lets me put her onto the camera, I will introduce you to her, and I will show you once I've arrived at Turkey to the transport that we get going to the hospital, to what the hospital room looks like, to then how I feel on the day of my surgery, throughout. I just want somebody to be able to type into YouTube, Instagram, gastric bypass advice, and for me to pop up, because I have struggled so much trying to find this information out, and it's only been because I've had somebody I know has had it that I can actually keep phoning her, keep texting her, asking her this, asking her that. But I found that YouTube, there wasn't really anything that I could relate to, and that's what I wanted this video for. So yes, I've just had my last Sunday dinner. I had a lamb dinner and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So tomorrow I will be having 3 shakes, and then I'm going to be having, for my tea, I'm going to be having steak and green vegetables. So wish me luck, and I will be in touch with you in the morning to show you what my starting weight is and how my shakes are going. Lots of love.